What's up, guys? Today we're taking a look at the Generation Select Star Convoy. He is a leader class figure and a pretty sizable one. He's bigger than the leader Ultra Magnus. We're going to bring in Siege Hound to get a size comparison real quick. There you go. So he's the bigger leader class characters. Now, if you have the Evolution Optimus Prime, this is the same mold that they took. And the only, you can see the differences, obviously, but the main difference is the little miniature figure, which we'll get into in a minute. And right quick, before I start messing with this figure, I just want to say my only complaint is that the gold star on the chest piece has a tendency to pop out of place really easily. So it's probably going to do that when I'm manipulating the figure. But that's my only complaint, and I think there's a fix for it where you go in and flip the plastic pieces around. So I will probably be doing that because it pops out so easily. So let's take a look at him. Articulation wise, in this mode, we can go 360 with the shoulders. These gun turrets do move, and the little barrels can move up and down. That's pretty cool. The shoulders can go out to here. They can go more, but it'll pop this little piece out of place. So we got 90 at the, or a little over 90, excuse me. And then a bicep swivel. There's nothing at the wrist though. Alright, his head I think is on a ball joint, but because of the sculpt it's really limited. So you get good down, back and forth, not really anything up, and not really side to side. So it may just be universal. Alright, so anyways. There we go. Let's take a look. I wonder if it'll do, yeah, see, it'll go there, but it'll pop that piece out of place. Alright, so let's take a look at his legs. So, up to there, and it's limited because of that slanted waist piece. We get 90, little over 90 with the knee. We've got joints that go out to here. You can hear that soft ratchet in there. We do have the upper thigh swivel. That's cool. Alright, we got down on the foot, up on the foot, and an ankle rocker. So there's that. Alright, so there's all the articulation in this mode. And you can get some pretty good poses, but he is a pretty sizable, chunky figure. Alright, so another thing is that the gun will go into the hand, but it is a really tight fit, and the gun can come apart. We'll get into that whole gimmick thing later. You've probably seen it, but we'll talk about it later. All right, and I am very surprised that that did not happen. But again, that happened so easily. It's crazy. All right, so let's get that out of the way. This is another gimmick-wise. You can open up the chest. I'm being very careful with it, and I just got this figure in like yesterday, so I'm still learning how to manipulate it properly. Alright, so let's open that piece up too, and there's the silver matrix, which we will get out here in just a second. Let's close all this stuff back up. And that tire right there has a tendency to go around when it needs to go under, so keep that in mind. Alright, so let's get that little dude out. Bring this around. Okay, so we're going to do this in reverse. So here we go. There's this guy folded up. Alright, you untab the legs from the back. And there are a couple of joints that are a little loose. I think it's mold degradation, but nothing you can't fix with some nail polish, so don't complain about it. Alright, but this tab right here pegs into that slot right there, and that is what does that little backpack looking mode. So there you go. Alright, so let's get that out of the way. Let's go ahead and bring the legs down so you can stop flopping around like so, and then just orient your thighs. The feet flip out from here. like that. Okay. Your arms will just fold down, and you can flip out the wrist. And then you fold the head around. No, I'm just kidding. All right. So this part, you bring this chest piece out, fold the little head out of the way, fold this guy down. And I will say getting this head out is a little difficult, but once you get it past that first click, he'll work with you. So you fold the chest piece, fold that, and then that will tab into place. And there's your mini prime. And he's pretty cool, man. Like, I dig the miniature prime. He's pretty cool. Not a bad sculpt. So let's go over his articulation. We have a ball jointed head. We've got ball joints at the shoulders, but they're a little limited with the coming up. Good all around this way though. We got the double jointed elbows, and we do have a thigh swivel. There's nothing at the wrist. You also get kind of a butterfly if you want to utilize this joint. You get kind of a butterfly, so that's cool. He's like, oh, they got me in that side from that movie that I was in '86. My side, okay. And there you go. So the legs here come out to there, and it's only limited because of that tab right there, but you need that tab, so you have to have that tab. But it is a little limited because of that. That's unfortunate, but you got to have it, so it's understandable. So then you come out like this, and the backpack limits the back, but you don't need too much of that. You have the upper thigh swivel. You've got a good 90 at the knee, and you got the toe that goes down like that. All right. So there you go. Now he actually holds the gun. I was going to say a little bit easier than the big mode, but apparently I'm wrong. There we go. You can hold that gun like that. And let's go ahead and do this. That's a big gun for a little figure, but Alright, so while we're talking about the gun, let's go ahead and open him up back here. Let's take out the matrix, and putting it back in, I find holding it like this, lining up, because you got to line up that little thing with this little tab right there, and it can be a pain to kind of put it back in. But if you're holding in the matrix the way that I'm holding it right there, it makes it a little bit easier. So it's lining everything up and pushing it in, and it's all pressure held into place, so whatever. Alright, so there you go. Now he looks like his back's all opened up. Let's close that up real quick. Let's close that up, buddy. Okay. There you go. Close that up. Okay. So there you go. And while we're talking about the gun, you can do this little gimmick thing. That the gun goes there, and it goes there, and you have the Matrix Blaster. And I mean, it's a thing that you can do. It's probably not something I'm ever going to be displaying him as, and you can do that with the bigger mode too, or whatever. But it's something you can do. I had to cover it. So okay, there is the two robot modes. Let's get him into truck mode and wrap this up. So, truck mode, open his chest up, do like this. His head's just going to hang there for a second. We're going to fold away the wrists like so. We're going to bring this shoulder around. We're going to spin the forearm and fold it up like this. And then that's ready to go. So, spin the bicep around, fold up the elbow like so. And you're going to want to leave it like this whenever you're putting him in to the big chest. Both arms will go in like that. Okay, so let's fold that around and do that. And your top section's done. So you come down here to the legs, fold the feet all the way around, turn it to where the tires are facing this way, and the paint is facing towards each other, the silver paint on the thighs. You'll plug the legs in together. And then you will bring both legs up, and there is two slots right here where the little the horns on the head will peg into like that. Alright, so you'll take this panel and you'll bring it around like so. There, this will come down, and there are the tabs that I was talking about. They plug into a little slot right here behind the window that holds that all together. So let's do the same thing on the other side. Over here, bring it down, bring the panel down, and then that little peg goes in that slot. And of course, it's just a matter of getting everything all aligned. You know how it is with these guys. There you go. Alright. And there's the truck mode. Now, you know, if you have the Evolution Optimus Prime, it's the same thing. It's, you know, not beautiful or anything, but it's the truck mode and it's fine. And I just rationalize it as this is one of the, you know, it's the modern art style trucks. That's what they did. So it looks a little weird because it's modern art style. Yeah. All right. Moving on. We'll put the truck down for a minute. We'll get the matrix out of there and plug that all back up. And yeah, I'm just going to set the matrix off for the side. I don't want to mess with that right now. So we'll do that. Get the gun out of the way. Come back here to the trailer. Okay. Now this part is the only part of this that worries me. Like, I'm very careful getting the star piece through the chest like this. It will go, it's just a matter of, you know, the clearance and getting everything out of the way. So let's do that. Get that. Bring it all the way down. And there you go. Okay. And have it like this. And also, while we're back here, I just want to point out, when you're putting the smaller figure in, this piece will be down, and when it clicks into place, that's when you know the smaller figure is in there all the way. And then the star piece plugging into the chest, like I said, is a bit of a pain, but it will stay. You just have to kind of shimmy it, I guess. But okay, let's do that. Let's get these gun turrets out of your way like so, because we're going to do this and then bring these around like so, and then bring your arms around like here. And the trailer piece is not difficult to figure out. It's just, you know, it's a bunch of panels and stuff that you gotta line up and everything, but it's not hard to figure out or anything. Okay, so let's get these panels. This one's really tight. I don't know why. It's really tight. It makes me nervous. Let's get that out of the way first. That, okay. And then, like, once it's there, it's just that last click right there. That makes me nervous. But, you know, there's a little bit of stress marks right there. I think just a tad. But nothing to worry too much about. I think it'll be fine. It's just that last click is, oh, it makes me nervous. So let's get this guy going. All right. Your legs, go ahead and bend the knee like that, and then maybe, I think two clicks down. So 1, 2, bend the knee all the way. And the legs will tab together right there. Oh, but before that, I'm sorry. Let's undo these panels. So you get that out of the way. Undo these panels. Then clicky. Okay. For your feet, that's just going to come up like that on both sides. And just let them kind of hang out there for a second. So let's do the arms over here. Okay, and it's all getting your panels and stuff out of the way. Okay, and the arms are going to rest there, but they will, you know, have everything tabbed into place here in a second, because this folds all the way around and exposes the wheels down here. This panel will fold out like that and hold that into place. This panel will hold that one into place. Take that, bring it around here, fold that down. And that's one of those, like, this will clip into there and that will clip into there kind of things. So like so. And again, it's very panely, and yeah, I'm going slow to try and show everything off, but it's really not that hard. It looks like it's involved, but it's really not. And these two tabs fold into those slots there, and again, it's just close, tab in, fold your panel over, blah blah blah. You know, I'm making it look more complicated than it needs to be, basically. I really am. But, and there you go. There's your trailer mode. And the Star will just kind of rest like that. And it's got plenty of clearance, so don't worry about it scraping. See, it's fine. So, you'll come over here, and you will find this, and you will dig out your little trailer hitch there. And it is important to fold your trailer hitch all the way in when putting him into the big robot mode. It gets it out of your way and you don't get caught on it, and etc., etc. All right, so that will plug into there. There you go. And there's Star Convoy in his nice G1-esque truck mode. And you can take the gun and peg it on the back here for weapon storage. Oh, okay. Like I said, I was making that look a lot more involved than it needed to be, but, you know, it's not going to take you 15 minutes to transform the character. So, he is pretty fun. There are some people who don't say that he's worth the price point, and, you know, I do have to agree with them. It is, I would rather have paid like $60 or something for this, but you know, because he was on the collector's sites, I paid a little bit more. But all in all, it's not a bad figure. None of the loose pieces or anything that you can't fix up yourself. So I definitely recommend it. It's fun. I like him. It's really cool. I have fun with it. I'm glad that I got him. So there is Star Convoy, Generation Select Star Convoy from Takara. Alright, I'll see you next time.